and gentlemen, we are on the test server. We're going to be testing out the new mutant team, which is primarily a Crucible team, but I do like some of the things that it does inside of Alliance War. I also very much like that it looks like we can swap out characters and make the team work a little bit differently. It's able to put, for example, in Nightcrawler in a lot of situations that it just made the team better. As far as ISO 8 going, majority of Raider, and I'm going to put Striker on Warlock. And the reason for that is Wolfbane's passive specifically calls out crits, and Raider definitely is going to be beneficial for getting more crits. On self or new mutant ally crit, apply 1 bleed to all enemies with bleed up to a maximum of 10. And that is great if they don't have immunity, which it seems like a lot of teams do have immunity. So we'll have to talk about that. And in Crucible, all kinds of crazy things happens when an enemy gains bleed. Woo! And all that good stuff right there. Love it. And then the reason for putting a Striker on Warlock, and first of all, like I say, Warlock is my favorite character on this team so far, is that Warlock will put them into stealth if their health is at 50% or less. Now, as far as Sunspot and Magic, Sunspot applies offense up on spawn, and then also in Crucible, he prevents taunt. Magic has got all kinds of little tricks in her passive that keeps the team alive, some sustain and some things like that. And so in most situations, specifically like an Alliance War, I actually don't mind taking Sunspot out and putting in Nightcrawler or Ares, and the team just works better. And I leave Magic in. So for me, aside from the specific call out inside of Crucible, where on Sunspot it says, if this character has 3 or more new mutant allies in Crucible, which I'm covering up, enemies cannot gain taunt. Okay, outside of that, all right, we're just going to go up in some battles just to see the animations and how they play. And like I said, Warlock is my favorite by far. Absolutely, by far, Warlock. Every time Warlock goes, it feels good. So it is. Cannonball is the taunter, and he's first to act. And you can see him right there. They got offense up because of Sunspot. And then we'll do an AoE here. We got Raider on him. That's why we went Raider. We'll get some vulnerables out there, hopefully. All right, and then we're getting blasted, right? All right, let's see how this goes. All right, well, like I said, it's going to feel good when Warlock takes a turn. And actually, I like Wolfsbane's special in a lot of ways better than her ultimate. So we're going to do that. That's just going to go, and that's going to be an AoE attack and run around and jump around. I think that's great. All right, and then if we can get Warlock to take a turn, that'll be great. And it will. I think I'm just going to go after Quake. And here's the beauty of this. Like, if they weren't currently under stealth, they would, because the passive. Now, what happened was there was a counterattack, and so Warlock counterattack, and then the passive put them into stealth right there, which is fantastic. That is the passive, but here it is right here. Apply stealth to all new mutant allies with 50% of left health, and that was from the counterattack. Now, this will hit the whole board. We're going to target Quake, and it's going to get rid of negative effects. I just feel like every time Warlock takes a turn, it feels good. We got a bunch of counterattacks right there. We're just going in, and there we go. All right. Okay. And then we want to ability block. Who do we want to ability block? Let's just take out this corner here. And then there's silence, getting rid of battlefield effects. And this is another one right here. I feel like almost always the special on Magic feels better than the ultimate. All right. And we get healing and all kinds of stuff. All right. And does this have the enemies killed by this attack cannot be revived? I just don't know if this is going to be enough damage, but we're going to do it. Not enough damage. All right, well, that's fine. And let's see if this one has it too. Attack, enemies killed by this attack cannot be revived. Fantastic, right? I don't know if we're going to ever see Secret Warriors on defense. I feel like right now they're going to be on offense. But you just get an idea of how the team works. And again, this always feels good. Look at the bomb and the animations right there. Looks good. Warlock, every time Warlock takes a turn, I'm like, yay, Warlock's taking a turn. Something good happens. Now, let's go into another match here. I think we're going to go up against Insidious 6. And I'm going to go in here initially with the full team. And what's going to happen is they're just going to run over me, right? And then what we'll do is we'll sub in Nightcrawler and just see how that feels a little bit better. And then if we have to, we'll take in Ares to stop some of the immunity and we can get some of the bleeds out here. But right here, what's going to happen is, yeah, Vulture goes and then Superior Spider-Man, and it just kind of gets snowballed. And that is the problem in some ways, you know, inside of this part of the game mode. You know, they're going to do a lot better, of course, in Crucible. The team is designed to thrive in Crucible. But outside of Crucible, I'm finding that, you know, this just gets into a situation and it's not going to go well. So why don't we do this? We're going to quit out of this battle and we're going to substitute in Nightcrawler. And Nightcrawler is pretty quick out of the start. Plus, when he does his special, he's going to give turn meter to the X-Men. And this makes the match just look a lot different than what we just experienced there. And I prefer taking out Sunspot. I'm sure some people will take out Magic. But for me, I like taking out Sunspot and letting Nightcrawler do his thing. Now, Nightcrawler is going to be a lot squishier than the post-Ares characters here, where they're going to just go. So, there we go. So, what's going to happen there is we got immunity. Let's go right here. All right. Well, we got the turn meter. All right. And then that'll hit the whole board. Okay, there we go. And then we're just going to keep going. Entirely different match, right? And then I went and just go here to Hobgoblin. Entirely different match with Nightcrawler, right? And that's going to be a thing, right? The counterattack, you'll probably die from the counterattacks. Yeah, there we go. Not even close once you put in Nightcrawler. And so there's a lot of matches that I encountered this where just throwing in Nightcrawler made it work. Just like that. All right, let's go here into and try Accursed, and we'll do the same thing. We're just checking out how the team works and looks. And in Crucible, I think they're going to wreck nerds. Their passives do all kinds of silly things, and it seems to be very good with that. All right, so Juggernaut's going to go. We're going to have Azazel pop off here after Cannonball goes. All right, there we go. Again, this is a Crucible team, so these are both Crucible teams. We're just showing how that they work outside of their primary game mode. Okay. All right. I wonder if they're going to add like new members that work inside of the New Mutants, kind of like what they did with Azazel later. All right. All right, so that felt really good. All right, that will also feel good. We'll get some heals over here. I don't think it's going to matter here much. Let's just do the basic. I guess it doesn't matter much. All right, this will hit the whole board. Again, Wolfsbane's special feels great. Ultimate on Cannonball and Wolfsbane are single target. Don't feel as good as the specials do generally. Warlock always feels good, for sure. See, like right here, apply stun to primary target. Okay. I don't know. It can be stunned, right? And then it's going to do some damage, right? Clear 2 positive effects. Okay, fine. I just would rather be doing the special right now. All right, maybe I could get something there. We'll do it anyways. Yeah, there we go. All right, counterattack back. No. Uh-oh, we're in trouble here. All right, so then we all go into stealth. All right, there we go. And then the passive on Cannonball triggered and Magic. So they both have, both Cannonball and Magic have passives when they drop below certain thresholds. So like Magic right here. And create myself a new clear heal box for the most injured new mutant ally. Heal that character for 5% of the character's max health against why we want Raiders. The first time this character, new mutant ally, drops below 40% health, heal that ally for this character's max health. Reduce the duration of disrupted by 2 on that character. Apply 2 death proof and 2 evade. If the character drops below 40% health again, that heal that character for 15%. Apply 1 death proof and evade instead. And then Cannonball also has a way of applying like safeguard. Let's see right here, right here. We got to look for it. We got to find it. Maybe it's up here. You're never going to find it. All right. When this character, new mutant ally, drops below 50% health, apply 2 deflect and safeguard for 2 turns to self and all new mutant allies. So that is good. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, so where do we want to go? Again, now this is kind of weird. I don't know how I feel about this attack right here. I like the special so much better. If we can get through Helverine, then I will like it, but we did not. Same thing here. I feel like the specials on this team are just so much better than the ultimates on Magic, Cannonball, and Wolfsbane. Okay, well, we're still going to get through it just fine. This always feels good. This always feels good. Always feels good. I feel like Cannonball, Warlock is just the gem of this team. All right, so there we go. He did some damage. All right, there we go. That'll take care of this clown. A lot of damage there. That looked great. Okay, let's go in and we're going to play up against Starjammers and see how this goes. And I don't think that this is going to be like an amazing Alliance War team. I do think they'll get some use. I had some fights where I could substitute in Ares, and that made the match a lot easier as well, which we're going to go up here in a minute and fight Astral. Okay, hit the whole board. Now, the thing about this team here is that I'm not going to be able to get vulnerables on them. Okay. Okay, there we go. All right, that'll hit the whole board. Okay. All right. This always feels good. Always feels good. Why does he feel so good? I don't know. All right, there we go. Get some counterattacks there. Oh, take care, Howard the Duck. Get out of here, you jerk. All right. Magic special will hit the whole board. Unfortunately, we've got... we'll get some counterattacks there, right? There we go. That'll... see, hopefully he doesn't revive. Groot revives. Thank goodness. Immortal Groot, right? Never gonna die. Some counterattacks. I'm going to do the special. Again, the special just always feels so much better. Yeah. There we go. And let's just do that this way. Okay. That should double tap. No reviving from that ability, so we won't have Groot revive. Now, this is the one match that surprised me the most. It's going to be, again, Astral. And I was able to beat it, but I want to show it 2 different ways. I'll go in with the full team, and then I'll substitute somebody in. We'll try Nightcrawler and see if we can get this to work. It's just amazing that Nightcrawler makes this team so much better. Nightcrawler has weak stats, though, but Nightcrawler's special, giving them Turn Meter, just makes them pop off so much easier. The than without it. Nightcrawler's such a good character. Boy, what if we could get like a stat boost on Nightcrawler? That would make this team pop. Let me tell you, Nightcrawler with a stat boost, woo! Nightcrawler's such a good character. All right. Okay, here we go. We're just going to focus all in on Doctor Strange. We may not beat this. Earlier in my testing, I beat it when I took out Sunspot, but we'll just give it a try right here. Again, this feels so good. Look here, look at this. This is basically reduce the duration of all negative effects on self and new mutant allies by 2. Yeah, that's going to get rid of all this nonsense, right? And it'll hit, it feels such a good ability, and it does damage, right? Okay. All right, here we go. Oh, we might get through you. I'm mostly interested in Doctor Strange, though. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. I think we can do this. This is gonna be more different damage, right? Yeah, that's the special. I probably should have just did the special there. Didn't stick to, the heal. They look good on the heal side, so it was like whatever. All right, I think we're gonna get stalled here because we didn't get through Doctor Strange. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna get stalled because we didn't get through Doctor Strange. We're not gonna have this sustain. Magic does make the sustain quite a bit better. Yeah, I just don't think we're gonna get through that. That's not gonna do much. Well, Wong is gone. Yeah, we're kind of getting through it. We're getting through it. And we're kind of in a draw here, it feels like. Oof. All right. And we get heal block everywhere, so that's not great. Boom, we're going to go into stealth. Yeah. They lost magic. That might be bad. All right. All right, will Doctor Strange bleed out? I hope so. All right, well, let's go after Moondragon. All right, let's revisit this fight with, I don't think this is going to go anywhere. Yeah, let's revisit this fight with Nightcrawler. So we're going to take out Sunspot and put in Nightcrawler. That should make this a little bit easier. So here we go. Team's already loaded. We still got magic. Sunspot really is not adding a lot to the team other than on spawn offense up. Now in Crucible, he's preventing taunts, so that's different, right? But Sunspot to me feels like the weak link on this team. All right, and we're just gonna go all in on Doctor Strange. Fine. But we have so much extra turn meter now. Yeah. All right. Boom, hit twice. Need magic to pop off here. There we go. Yep. Yeah, Nightcrawler just makes the team altogether different. Yeah, right? Altogether different. Yeah, Nightcrawler good. Sunspot bad. What do you think? All right. Bye for now.